Remember when dogs were just dogs, Samantha? We didn't need all these fancy mixes. You either had a brown dog or you had a black dog. He was either little or he was big. He either barked too much or didn't bark much at all. He didn't wear boots, and he certainly would never be caught dead in a coat. Where did that dog go?
That dog got pushed to the side as soon as the Labradoodle showed up.
Right? All of a sudden, the doodle shows up in the mid-90s. Paris Hilton's putting little dogs in purses, and the whole dog world gets turned upside down.
I know, because now, in order for you to have a dog, it needed to have a pedigree, and it needed to have a pedicure, and it needs to have a hairdo.
Right? Don't forget the ribbons. Make sure it's cute. Brush its teeth. Make sure its polish is on.
It's got a coat. It's got shoes. Like, what's going on, man?
What's going on, right? Whatever happened to just the 80s dog, right? Where you just thought it was cool that your friend had a brown dog that barked.
And all that dog ever got was a leash or a collar.
And maybe a walk if it was lucky. Maybe, right? I don't know. I miss that dog. I just think that dog needs to make a comeback. I don't think we need to elevate the dog.
True. Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Hello, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Samantha.
Let me talk.
Sorry, I'm chatty. I'm chit-chatty. I feel I'm going to be interrupting you, pissing you off, and making you mad.
No.
Yeah, it's my favorite type of thing.
Let's not do that today, shall we?
Well, I don't do it on purpose. It just seems to be sometimes how it is.
I feel like you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do anything with ill will in my heart. Do you know my heart? Do you even know my heart,
I don't
Samantha?
do anything with ill will in my
right?
heart.
Do you? I feel you don't even know my heart, right? After 20 plus years of friendship, and I feel you don't even know my heart.
I think your heart has a little small space that has I lie first and tell the truth later.
It's not true. I sometimes omit or dance around. That's what I feel.
Is that what we call what you do? Okay.
I feel I dance around.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for those of you who have never
Don't paint me out as horrible.
Before,
don't paint me out as horrible.
Lisa is angelic.
Yes, totally.
Just ask her.
Can you hear the angels in the background?
Oh.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying we all come flawed.
Really? What might be your flaw, Lisa?
Okay, really? I don't like to be put on the spot like that, Samantha. Okay? I don't want to be put on the spot and have to spend time humming and hawing over what my flaws are. They're there. I know they are. I'll get back to you on that.
I'm sorry. It's just like when I accuse you of not washing your hands.
I wash. I'm very clean. I shower 2 times a day.
I don't read, but I can read.
Right? Oh, that's different, right? I like a magazine as opposed to a book, but it doesn't mean I can't read a book. I have read books. I just prefer them in magazine form.
Nothing gives me greater joy.
Right? And then I feel I have to defend myself.
Yes.
Right?
I swear to God, nothing gives me greater joy.
Friends of the podcast, if you could see her right now, right? She's like, it's not like...
Oh my God.
You know how like a joke, you know how like when something's funny, 2 people are laughing? And right now it's just one really that is, right? She's cracking herself up. She's cracking herself up.
Yes, because
I can read for God's sakes.
Thank you for explaining that, Lisa.
I'm just not like the rest of the world who, and I just bought the latest book. I'm like, not that girl. I listen to the news. I read the news. I just don't want to read about Fabio and that sort of shit that you like. I don't need to be whisked away in my imagination.
I watch the news, you dumbass.
You don't. Not really.
I do. Oh, but I have breaking news.
I feel you've gotten better.
I have breaking news for you.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
Yeah. Apparently someone in, I believe it's China, has developed technology where you can kiss your boyfriend or
saw that.
or your loved one from very far away.
I actually thought of you and John when I saw that, and I'm like, that's gross, but I thought you guys with all your hey babe might get off on that type of thing.
Oh, there you go. Get off.
All right, get her on with your fake artificial intelligent kissing.
Oh,
I saw that. It looked like as though somebody's kissing a vagina.
Yeah, vagina.
It looks like a vagina. And then that just got creepy for me, right? I'm like, I can't. Just got too creepy for me, right? I'm like, what is going on there? What is going on?
Oh my God. It does look creepy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks super creepy. Don't
Okay,
go
guys,
to that.
you have to Google it. You have
Just
to Google
Google
it.
it.
You will not believe who thought of that.
Either really, really smart people or really, really creepy people. I don't know where that, right? I don't want to judge. But it's weird. It's really, really weird.
I don't even
right?
know.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
And all the prototypes and nope, not that one. Nope, that didn't feel very fleshy. Like that's disgusting, right? Oh yeah, no, that feels fleshy enough for me.
Yeah. Oh
right?
My God. Oh my God.
Pass, right?
Yeah, I think that's too much for me.
I'm surprised. Like, who the hell's people still kissing in COVID times?
Yes, apparently.
Okay, I'm just saying, right? I don't know. I'm just wondering, right?
Oh my God.
It was weird. It was weird though.
Yes. Okay, but I got something else for you. And I know you probably don't know who he is, but whatever, I don't care. People listening to this will know Pedro Pascal. He is thebomb.com. But the first time I caught sight of him, I'm like, oh my God, I think he looks like Burt Reynolds.
So right there, you saying he's the bomb.com looking like Burt Reynolds?
No,
you just totally threw me off.
No. He has a whole different aura about him. But the younger Pedro Pascal and Burt Reynolds, you put them side by side, they look very similar. It's very eerie.
You know what that makes me think? He's too hairy.
No, he's not hairy at all, actually.
How do you know?
He's not
Burt
hairy.
Reynolds, I think, was
I know
hairy.
that Burt Reynolds had like chest hair. I don't think he was hairy as in like all over his body.
I don't know. It's hard to say, right?
Okay, what?
It's hard to say.
Did you not grow up with Burt Reynolds? Did your parents not let you watch those movies?
Yeah, like we watched them, but I was too young to think, woo, Burt Reynolds.
Well, no, but like I'm just saying, like when I saw Pedro Pascal, I thought I
googled
Reynolds.
Pedro Pascal, and he's kind of swarmy. He's got like swarmy little mustache, kind of swarmy.
Because he's got to wear that for the two roles that he's in.
Seems swarmy. He's
the Mandalorian, and apparently he's also in The Last of Us, which is apparently a video game or something like that. I don't know.
Just. I might have been okay until you drew the contrast to like a Burt Reynolds, and I'm like, like he wore a toupee and the whole. It was all an illusion.
Not older Burt Reynolds, you dummy.
Right? And he posed. Remember, he posed in Cosmo, and that's why I think I knew that he's hairy.
Because he was
naked. We snuck a peek, and I think he was hairy. Oh. That's you do you though, Samantha, right? You do you, right? If that's what's floating your boat, that and the fake lips, then you go with that, right?
Oh my God, stop it.
Okay, but here's something. This is something that just kind of blew my mind this week. Remember a few weeks ago we were talking about God, who would be the person that would take smelly fish to work and put it in the microwave?
Did you do that?
No, hi, as if I'm going to do that. Thou shalt not take eggs or smelly fish. I didn't do that, but you know who did?
Who?
My boss.
Your boss?
My boss.
Oh, that's very brave.
I saw her at lunchtime in the office. It smelled like the salmon. And she doesn't even microwave it there. She's abusing her power. She takes her power and takes her lunch to a different one of our other places where there's a microwave, not in her area, uses their microwave, stinks up their space, and then goes back to her office and eats it there.
Smart.
Total abuse of power, man. Total abuse of her power. Right? I said to her, I said, oh my God. I'm like, oh, it's you. You're that girl? You're the girl that we hypothetically talked about on the podcast. It's you. But she said they won't let her do Brussels sprouts. They drew the line at Brussels sprouts.
Oh, did they?
She said they came down hard and they said, nope, you're not doing Brussels sprouts again. Right?
Oh my God.
Right? So she brings, my boss brings said fish in her 25 little Tupperware containers and makes a gourmet meal for her lunch, which is awesome, but like it's in the public, right? Right? Remember when we talked about that? It's in the public,
yes.
right? You shouldn't make the world smell your fish.
No. Oh,
Right?
okay. Well, yes. That
Isn't that funny, though?
that sounded wrong.
Oh,
But
I didn't even think about that.
sounded wrong.
Well, and you should not have the world smell your fish, right?
It sounded wrong.
It wasn't meant wrong.
It just sounded really wrong.
I'm just saying, right?
Oh my
So
God. Oh my God.
she's an offender. I know an offender,
Uh-huh.
right?
That's not
Wow.
good.
It's
That's not
weird. You know what else isn't good? Here's what else isn't good. Anyone else in Canada getting this text messages from horny.online.com? Your girl is. This girl.
Oh my
Right?
God.
It's making
Don't
the
they-
news.
don't
Lots
they
of
know
people are
that you're-
getting it.
That you're dead from the waist down? Like
Right. Not horny.com. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that text message.
and what are they what are
I don't
they
know. I
asking,
don't know.
Lisa?
You don't click on it. You just delete it. Right? Right? I mean, you're tempted, but you don't go there.
'Cause-
Right? But it's on the news. They're talking about it on the news that people in Saskatchewan are getting bombarded with this message from horny.online.com. I don't know how-
Apparently they think people in Saskatchewan need some loving.
Need a little prompting, right? To get that loving going, right? Here, we'll give you a text, right? Like, and just like, say you have your phone, like, you know how everybody now, right? Messages just come up on your screen and you can just see like bits, like, so if I'm like in a meeting and my phone's just sitting on the desk and you send me a text, it'll say like Sam, right? Like I might say like, so it would come up saying horny.online.com, right? The world's going to see that shit. Right? What the hell?
Oh, there's some judgment happened there, Lisa.
There's some judgment if that happens there, right? Thank God it's never happened to me at work. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's not good. That's not good.
I just delete that guy.
Well,
Right?
speaking of needing help, I think I might have an addiction.
What?
Well, because apparently, and I just realized this on the weekend, is I might be in my Canadian Tire years.
And what, pray tell, are your Canadian Tire years?
Because for some reason, when I think of I need to buy something, Canadian Tire would be the right place for that. That's where I go.
So now that's like your new stomping grounds, your new, I got time to kill, I'm going to go browse at the Canadian Tire.
It's actually quite entertaining because it's not just about tires now.
They cram everything and then throw a clothing store in the back corner, right?
They have everything. And I was just like, okay, let's go to Canadian Tire. Off I go, do. And I'm like, oh my, I stood, all of a sudden it hit me. I'm in the appliance area and I stopped and I thought, oh my God, I'm in my Canadian Tire.
You're in your Canadian Tire years because you're looking at appliances and you hate appliances.
I do, but you know what, Lisa?
What?
I bought an air fryer.
Shut up.
I did.
Really?
I don't like Let's just let everybody
You
know.
hate an appliance.
I hate appliances. I don't understand why people have every new gadget on the planet.
Let's be honest, that air fryer, that's a big motherfucker of an appliance.
It is.
They're
And
not
it's sitting on my counter right now, and I'm not overly excited about that because you know how I like a clear counter.
Right. You can't have a clear counter with the air fryer.
You cannot. You have to have that where it's by a plug. So I'm like,
Right.
okay, I'm living with you right now. I'm living with it.
Right.
I'm
It's
living
like
with it.
a new roommate.
Yes, but it's very handy. I'll give it that.
Interesting that the air fryer got to see your new place before me.
Yes, this is true.
Still weird, right?
Yeah.
Still weird.
But
so
while
what are you making lots of cool stuff?
Well, just right now, I made pierogies. I've done sausages.
You're not pub fooding it? Like, you're
no,
not
not
like
yet.
doing like
No.
the wings and the
No, not yet.
fries. Oh,
Not
you
yet.
need to. It's weekend, right? You need to do that on the weekend. So good.
Okay. But while I was in Canadian Tire, because why wouldn't you go look at other stuff?
Well, you're there.
Like, I'm just like, I'm wandering around and I'm thinking, well, oh, do I need that? Or do I need that? And I'm like, oh my God, I have to
You are a
I have to
nightmare.
stop. I have to stop.
You're going to have an addiction is right? And all of a sudden you're going to have, and the Keurig that you say you don't ever want. And you're going to have, oh, look at, they had a waffle maker. I might want a waffle on Sunday.
Right? Or all of a
Right?
sudden I need like a peeler. What am I peeling? I don't peel things.
Right?
What am I doing?
But again, right? It's part of being an adult. We should have a peeler.
And you know what? Isn't it great that I'm hitting my stride at 54?
Right? At 54, you got a garlic press. You should have one of those.
Oh my God, I don't. I wanted,
Right?
you know what I did want? Oh my God. I am getting there. I wanted a lemon, like a juicer. I wanted
want
like
a
a handheld
juicer?
juicer for like
Really?
a lemon or a lime. Yeah.
I'd get a zester or something fun like that, right?
Oh my God. I'm like, who am I? Who is this person?
What has happened to Samantha? I hate appliance Sperling, right? Where'd she go? Where'd that girl go?
I don't know, but it's funny.
Interesting. Here's something that was kind of interesting and kind of surprising. One day last week, I got a text from my husband, which is rare, and it was hot dogs or pizza for supper. You pick. What type of question is that? That's like a trick question, because how can both great foods be offered at the same time?
You should have asked for both.
But that's too much supper. So what would you pick? Hot dogs or pizza?
I probably would have picked pizza.
I picked hot dogs.
Oh.
Hands down, right? Hot dogs.
Always with a hot dog.
Anytime I can get hot dogs, I'm having hot dogs.
But you don't really eat hot dogs that much anymore.
I know. That's why anytime I can have a hot dog, I'm having a hot dog. Right? So dude puts hot dogs up on the question. I'll take the hot dogs, Alex, for 100.
So what would you have preferred it to be other than pizza? Hot dog and a hamburger? You would have picked the hot dog.
I would have picked a hot dog.
Right.
I would pick a hot dog over anything, probably. Unless you threw in takeout Chinese food, right?
Oh, there you
But
go.
he wouldn't do that because that's expensive, and that's like, and I would say no to that immediately, right? Right? Because it's just, I would take a hot dog. I can't think of anything that I wouldn't take hot dog over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would take hot dog for sure. Right. Always hot dog. Yeah, definitely. Always hot dog.
Okay, so apparently people are being weird about baby names again.
Oh, are they being all like trendy and weird?
Well, because, I mean, ever since people started naming their kids fruits, that's
Right.
not super helpful.
Right.
Or in Elon Musk's case, we're not sure. It's like a formula
Yeah,
of some
for
sort.
something. Yeah.
So how do people decide on baby names? Because, not having to have that opportunity, apparently.
Well, what I do know is I know that they don't decide on Lisa very often.
No, they don't.
It's never really made. It's like I always think names are cyclical. Lisa's not come back yet in the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a ways away, I guess, before people think, hey, that's a kick-ass name. I don't know. What I worry is I think that, and again, right, we have no frame of reference. So again, don't add us. This is just our opinion on our podcast. But I think that moms and dads spend too much time trying to come up with that trendy, weird name, and they don't realize that your kid is stuck with that forever. So if you name your kid Emily and you spell it Emilee, that kid's going to live the rest of her life with her name being spelt wrong, because everybody else is going to think there's a Y in there somewhere.
Or someone's going to think it's just Emily.
Right. Like, and I think that they don't think about that, right?
Because then it's like Ashley with an apostrophe and a dash, and it's like,
Right.
Not really.
Not really, right? Like, so think of that kid on her first day of kindergarten, and the teacher already can't pronounce her name.
pronounce it, write it properly. No kid in that class is going to remember how to do that.
Right?
She's going to get Valentine's Day hearts with the wrong name on it.
Or she's just going to be referred to as, that girl. That girl, right? The girl.
Or better yet, and this will be the bane of the existence of the parents, they shorten her name to M. E-M.
Right.
Easier to remember.
And chances are it'll get at least pronounced right. So that would be my thing, right? Is I just think, I get that you want to name your kid Apple or name your kid Grape or something weird like that. But I just think of them at 85, right? Think of them like at 85 waiting at the doctor's office to go in for her colonoscopy. And it's like Apple Smith. Right? Makes no sense. Makes 0 sense at 85. Right?
Juniper. Hey, Juniper.
Right. It just seems, I don't know.
And then people name their kids really old names and you think, oh, good grief, this kid.
Right. Then, now what you start thinking, right? So for example, I heard a little girl's name and her name was Hazel. And I'm like, hey, my grade 3 school teacher's name was Hazel, right? That's then what you start referring to, right? And be careful with old names.
But when I hear the name Helen, I think old.
I think old too. I think old too, right? And sometimes I think they bring that back thinking, oh, that's so cute. But you know what? Muriel is never going to be cute again.
No.
Ever. Right?
Or it's Stanley.
Stanley, never going to be, it's just never, ever going to be a name that works going forward, right? Like Gertrude, not.
Oh my God.
Right? I get Gertie's kind of cute, but not really that cute, right? I don't know. I shake my head at people who are naming babies.
I agree. I shake my head to that as well.
Right.
Oh my God.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, so we were talking earlier, Samantha, about dogs and how we feel that the basic dog has just gone by the wayside.
Yes.
Right? Do you think that it's odd that people seem to treat their dogs as though they're humans? Or I guess they're pets in general, as though they're people.
Pets are being treated like they're kids.
And should they be? It seems weird to me.
I think that pets deserve a lot of attention and love, for
absolutely,
sure.
Absolutely.
But should they be treated as if they're a human being? Probably not.
Probably not, because they're not a human being.
No,
right?
I think who would have Cesar Milan? What's his name?
Right. Yeah, Cesar Milan.
Yeah, Cesar. He would have an issue.
He would, right? Because the dog whisperer would say,
"It's a dog."
Right. It's a dog, and you're the pack leader.
Yeah.
It's not, it doesn't lead you. You're the pack leader, right? Apparently I was a fan of that show back in the day. Right? My God. Right? Because his thing was always
yeah.
Right? Always did that. I just think, I don't know. I just think we've made dogs really extreme.
We've put them in coats and shoes and hats and all these
sometimes
weird
dresses
things.
And tutus and okay, I get that they can get cold. Fine, put on their sweater. But at one point in the dog's circle of life, the dog did not come with a sweater. His sweater was actually fur.
Yeah, fur.
Not knit.
Legit.
Right?
Well, and my mother has a dog, and Pixie's lovely. She's a lovely little pet. But that dog wears a coat around the house every day.
Why is Pixie not taking her coat off? Take your coat off in the house. And then that's the thing. They don't abide by the manners, right? We don't keep our coat on. We take our coat off when we get home.
Yeah.
Right? And Pixie, you don't need your coat on inside.
Pixie runs that house. She's like, I need outside now. I will not be doing this. I will not be eating that. I'm like, who's running this house?
Right? True story. One of the main deciding things in my life that made me decide that I never ever wanted to have kids was Muffin. Because I was stuck at home alone with Muffin one day and I was done. In and out, in and out, in and out, scratch, scratch here, scratch, scratch there, in and out, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Move her bowl, bark, needed this. And I'm like, okay, Muffin. As much as I love Muffin, and we did, Muffin made me decide I don't ever want to have to be that much oh, I'll get that for you, Muffin. No problem, Muffin. I got this, Muffin. Yeah, for sure, Muffin. Right? Like, hi, Muffin. Right? I probably was swearing at Muffin. I was probably like, fuck off, Muffin. Right? And then I probably had anger issues and thought, I am not meant to be a parent.
No.
Ever. Right? So weird. So weird.
Yes.
You know what else has been happening? So all these concerts right now that we're getting into summer are coming up, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Ticketmaster issues again, right?
Yes.
Dear Ticketmaster, what you doing with the prices and the fees?
They're charging whatever they want because you can't get a ticket anywhere else.
You know what they're doing, Samantha? They got a I can make you pay it fee. Remember when we loved paper fee? Shut up and pay the fee because I said so fee. Like they got all these stupid fees, right? All these fees.
Oh my God.
And all of a sudden your tickets are like something you can't afford.
You're realizing this now? Do you know how much it costs to go to Joe Coy?
I know, right? Because again, right, you had all of these stupid fees.
And then you had to pay to park better. So we got Rockstar parking.
We did.
For an extra $20.
But we also did that because we were lazy.
We were lazy.
Right? That, like, I don't mind that fee. That's fine. Like the you're too lazy to walk fee. Fine. Pencil me in. I'll take that fee. Right? I'll take that fee. That's fine. Right? But it's like that you're going to have a burger fee. Everything is a fee.
Everything is a fee for sure.
And it's like, I don't understand it. They're making it so you can't go to a concert now because who can afford it?
It's so expensive now.
Yeah, right?
It's crazy. You have to really want to go to a crowded place, sit with total strangers for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
You must really
listen to their music, right?
Right.
Or hear them talk. Because it's crazy. But you know what's not crazy? This is a feel good right here, Samantha. Friends of the podcast, feel good alert right here. Where I work at the hospital, they make, so awesome, they make the best ever perfectly underripe bananas.
Okay, they don't make them.
Well, somebody's making them.
Can you just use the right words, please?
Right? Because somebody's making those bananas and they're at the hospital and they're perfectly underripe.
Somebody's buying or picking the bananas. They're not making the bananas. Sure.
Well, they're perfect and they're perfectly underripe. Like just so good.
Like they're still a little bit green.
Mm-hmm. No bruises. It's
Love that.
It's like kid gloves have like dealt with those bananas. Because they are far above any grocery store banana. Far above. They are like they're like the next level bananas. That's why I'm saying whoever's making those bananas is making them really good. Really, really good. Right?
Growing them? You mean growing them? Right?
I guess whoever's growing them and making them. Yeah. Right? They're just so good. And so now I like contemplate like a banana diet.
Kate. Oh, gee.
Right?
Really?
Well, because I love them, but I can't eat too many of them because potassium's not good for you.
No.
Right?
Yes.
But it's a banana.
Uh-huh.
And right, you want to have a banana. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? A banana and a coffee diet. That's what I was kind of going with.
Oh my God. Seriously?
That type of diet. Yeah. And then supper. And then a supper.
Mm-hmm.
An at-home supper.
Please, nobody listen to her nonsense. Oh my God. Stop it.
I don't know why you think that's such nonsense.
It's bad enough that you like have usually nothing until you get home.
No, I eat stuff. I have stuff.
Yeah, a potato chip.
It depends on the day. It just depends on the day. Right. Okay. Listen, I'm not about to defend my food.
It sounds like you should.
Does not. I'm not going to defend my banana choices to you.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Okay, but here's something. You know how like sometimes like when you wake up and you can't sleep and you just like lie in bed like wide awake and you're like, okay, and you start thinking of shit?
No, that's just you.
Okay, so this is my newest thing that I've been thinking of lately, right? Do you ever stop to think how much work it takes to be a squirrel?
Oh.
Right?
Oh my God, you're right.
Like, think about the life of a squirrel, like the daily life of a squirrel, and how much work.
Oh my God.
They got to be so tired. Like, all the nuts they're gathering, and then they're storing them, and then they're hiding them, and then they're finding them.
Well, and it's finding a place to store the nuts once they get the nuts to make
That
sure
nobody-
that other people don't get the nuts.
Right. That nobody else knows that it's their nuts. And then,
Right?
how do they know that it's their nuts?
True.
How do
Like,
they know?
There's got to be more than one squirrel around.
You see lots of squirrels around, right?
Like, do they know? Oh, those are Bob's nuts.
Right? Like, don't touch that. That's Bob's stash, right? Exactly. How do they know? Right? And then maybe it's like, hey guys, I got this. I'll go get the nuts for the day. And he just runs out. Roger just leaves the little tree, and Roger just goes on down into the streets and finds things that he can shove in his face and hide.
Oh my God.
Right?
And then they run around so much. Like where do they
think of
get that energy?
You know, they should wear like a little Fitbit, right? And see how many steps they
Oh
get
my
in a
God.
day.
Could you imagine?
Right? I just think, man, I think like being a squirrel sucks.
I think being a squirrel
life, I think squirrel life sucks.
I think being a squirrel, you got to be on all the time. I'm on. I'm it. I'm happening.
I'm it,
I'm
right?
here. I'm there. I'm everywhere.
Like, you're just like so squirrely. So squirrely. Right? That's what you are. Is you're
that's
so squirrely.
You're so squirrely.
You're so squirrely. Right? Right?
Because they move, they shake, they do stuff, they're gathering, they're moving, they're constantly in flow. They're just like, I
Right.
gotta do this, I gotta do that. I'm running around. Ah!
And they're like permanently like hyped up on
A little-
Jolt Cola, right? Like they just can't, right? Like they can't just stay still. They gotta go. I gotta go. Right? I got nuts. I gotta get my nuts. Right? And then they just
Oh my God.
keep their nuts.
Totally.
Right? That's what keeps me up at night,
Oh,
wondering about those squirrels.
You gotta really want to be a squirrel, man.
Man, right? Like if you're born a squirrel, oh, you got some choices to make. You got a
Oh my
busy
God.
life ahead of you.
What if you, oh my God, are the squirrels that die the lazy ones? The
Or
ones that get
lucky
run
ones.
over.
Or maybe they're the lucky ones.
Well, okay, but let's think about this for a second. If you're a lazy squirrel, you're like, I'm just going to go across the road instead of going up and down and around the rocks.
Oh, maybe.
Right?
Right. And
That's,
then your
the
punishment,
lazy
right?
squirrels, the squirrels who
Yeah.
are trying to cut corners.
Right? They get killed.
They
It's
get
right.
killed.
It's like bitches get stitches. Right?
Oh my God.
Right? That's what it's like. It's like bitches get stitches,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Or snitches get stitches, or whatever that phrase is, right? That's exactly.
Oh my
There's
God.
that's so squirrely.
It's so squirrely.
Yeah, so squirrely, right? It's too
Okay.
much.
But speaking of nothing to do with squirrels, I have something I need to discuss.
Okay. Oh, I feel that you've just taken a serious turn. Oh.
I'm talking about the male-female double standard, Lisa.
Okay. Do we got to be careful on this? Gotta
No,
be
we
careful?
don't. No, we
Okay.
don't.
We're letting it go.
We're just going to talk about it. We're just
We're
going to
just
have a
gonna talk about
We're
it.
just going to
Okay.
have a friendly discussion.
All right. Let's see what
All
this
right.
looks. See where this goes.
Does anyone ever tell a man to smile more?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Of course not.
Women are told that all the time.
All the
If you
time,
just
right?
Smiled more.
Yeah. She has such a pretty face. If she would just smile,
smile
a little
more.
bit more.
Yeah. Men can be gassy and it's funny, but for women, it's unladylike.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Totally. And then my next question. Then you know where I go from there? Somebody want to define what unladylike is?
I don't know.
Like, because why do we have to have that phrase, unladylike?
Like, are we okay? So
Who
does it
decided
come-
what's,
But does it come from the point where to be unladylike means that you are exhibiting more like male characteristics,
or are you
we're
being
speaking
uncouth?
up
Are you
We're
being
being-
uncouth?
because we're speaking up? We're not sitting quietly in a corner
Maybe
waiting
and
for
that's
someone
unladylike.
to tell us that we can eat, sniff, fart, or burp. I don't know.
But if you eat, sniff, fart, or burp, you're going to be considered unladylike,
Apparently.
right? That was very unladylike of
Well,
you.
and if you would just smile more, Lisa.
If you would just smile a little bit more, right? She has such a pretty face. If she would just smile a little bit more, right? Why is she such a bitch?
Why is
Right? Why is she such a bitch?
You know, You would
She
be
must
so-
have her. Does
you
she
would-
have her period?
Yeah. You would sound better if you didn't swear.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck
right.
you.
Like whoever decided women aren't allowed to swear, if that's unladylike, there's no ladies in the world.
There's no kids. You know
Right?
what? Sometimes a word just needs
Yeah.
to be said in a certain way.
And I get that there's some women that don't swear very
sure.
much. And I, you know what?
Congratulations.
I applaud them actually because I think good on you that you can find better words to use. I cannot.
I cannot.
Right? My best sentences are described with swear words in it. Right? That's just how that goes, right?
Oh dear,
Right?
oh dear, oh dear. But
That
you know-
male, that standard, it's like too much some days.
you know what? And it still exists. Like if we think it doesn't, I don't think we've done enough because
Yeah, I agree.
we need to really say to a guy, you know what? If only you'd smile more.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Radical.
Imagine if we said to a guy, "Oh, you know, you'd look so much better if you just tucked your shirt in." Right? Like,
oh my god.
how would that conversation go?
It would go great.
Right,
It would
exactly.
go
Right?
great.
Do you need to wear your ball cap in public? Right? Don't
Could
tell them what to do.
Could you put your shirt back on?
Right? Right? Exactly. Right? Exactly.
Not that I want everyone to start walking around half naked. I don't
No.
need that.
No, we don't need that. We don't
But it's
need
okay
that.
for a man to go around half naked.
Nobody
He's
cares.
okay to take his shirt off.
Yeah.
Women are not allowed to show much. And if we do, we're,
Men can be hairy beasts. They can be hairy fronts, hairy backs, in a Speedo, at the beach. That's fine. Women,
Right.
we have shaved everything, painted our toes, and covered up if we feel need be. Right? Because we're still trying to look whatever good is supposed to be.
yes, I guess so, right?
Right.
Like, that's so crazy.
That is crazy. I shake my
That's
head
so
at double
crazy.
standards.
Yes. Oh my God. I shake my head as well.
Yeah. Right?
Okay. But you know what's not a double standard?
Tell me.
Facebook Tuesday, man.
Oh, they came to play.
They're straight shooters. I love that about our group. They're straight shooters.
They just say it like they see it, right?
They kicked so hard cold brew. Everyone's like, ew, yuck. And I'm like, okay, that's some hardcore hate.
Right? Some hardcore hating right there.
Coffee shouldn't be cold. I kind of agree. I have had cold brews.
You'll drink that shit.
I will drink that shit.
Yeah.
But I agree. Coffee should be warm. I enjoy it warm.
I was just surprised at the amount of people kicking away my banana split.
Oh, I was all there. I was right there with them. You kick
Why
it.
are you kicking
Kick
a
it.
banana split to the curb?
Because it's not necessary.
Oh, please.
Not necessary, Lisa.
3 ice cream scoops and a banana and then topping. It's the best.
You know what? I don't love pineapple on ice cream.
I do. I do. I quite enjoy it, actually.
So gross.
And then some coconut on top.
No. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Pencil me in.
Nope.
Pencil me in. It was a good one, Samantha. I
was
just
a
felt
good
that
one.
people needed to see. I think we were all starting to get like a bit of the summer itch, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's and parts of the country were having some pretty extreme weather. I'm like, let's just summer it up a little bit,
I agree.
right? Let's just summer it up. But let's talk about this cold brew because it's one of the most popular drinks. Yet our people made it seem like it was one of the most hated, right?
Right.
But Dunkin', well, we'll just call them Dunkin', right? Because that's what they go by now. Dunkin' is launching 3 new canned iced coffees. It's called the Bakery Series. Sounds
Oh.
disgusting. It sounds disgusting. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
The flavors are brownie batter donut, cake batter, and coffee cake muffin. It sounds disgusting.
It sounds like diabetes in a can.
Right? Diabetes in a can, right? I'll take some diabetes in a can, please. I'll take the chocolate flavor of it.
Oh my
Right?
God. I don't want to drink a donut.
I don't ever want to drink a donut. I want to eat a donut, but I don't want to drink my donut.
You know, and it's so odd because I don't drink coffee with sugar in it. I used to long time ago. Now it's just cream or black, whichever.
Right.
And again, I think I'm showing my age, but let's not talk about that.
You don't even just put a sweetener in it just to
No.
have.
Only if I'm going somewhere, I'll put a sweetener in it because I don't trust the taste of their coffee.
But at home, you'll just drink it black?
Yeah, or with just some cream.
Flavored cream?
No.
That's disgusting.
Flavored coffee, though.
Oh, right. You're a flavored coffee girl.
Yeah, hazelnut vanilla.
Ew.
At the Costco.
At the
In
Costco.
case anybody wants to run out and grab a bag.
I just think coffee should be coffee.
Uh-huh. But anyways.
Think.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like coffee cake muffin? No, that's not a coffee.
That is not, let alone then we're going to make it cold.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds horrible. I agree. I'm not a fan of the cold brew. I don't understand cold coffee, cold drinks, cold hot chocolate, anything like that. I don't get it. I just think, oh. To me, it's a mouthful of spit it back in the cup. Right? That's what it is. Just a mouthful of spit it back, right? That's all I think.
My God.
Yeah.
But you know what? I bet they're going to be popular.
Probably, right? They're all fancy schmancy looking cans and
well, isn't this very Starbucks-esque? Because Starbucks has their stuff in bottles.
They do,
and
but I think that they don't have weird flavors. I don't know. They might.
I don't know.
They might. I don't know.
Okay, Lisa. You know, you and I, we did the teenage filter, right?
Yeah, I felt I didn't really change that much.
No, you didn't.
Which I guess is a good sign.
Yes, we did the trendy teenage filter on TikTok, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to go check it out, it's I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam on TikTok. And however, there's apparently a little bit of backlash to the teenage filter because now apparently people feel bad and are getting a little bit sad because of the teenage filter because they wish they still looked like that. So now it's like, because you're getting a false sense of what you look like. So there's a bit of like a weird effect happening with people because they look at themselves younger and they're like, oh, I wish I was that again, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, wow. Okay, do people know that when they do the teenage filter, it's a filter, right?
And it's for fun.
Yeah, and it's a glow filter. You don't look like that in real life.
Right. You don't look like that in real life.
Guys.
Like when I say that I felt that I didn't change much, I feel that my forehead isn't very wrinkly and it wasn't as a teen, right? You know, but there was no sadness actually.
No, there was no sadness. I think when I saw the filter, I'm like, oh, that's what I look like when I was younger.
It's like it's kind of cool, right? Like some people's like if it's a really drastic, like I thought yours was really drastic, and I thought it was really cool, right? Because I'm like, wow, shit, look at you, young. Compared to now.
Thank you. And this is what best friends are for.
Right.
Your old bitch is basically the underlying theme of that comment.
I felt your forehead was not as firm as mine.
Oh, shut up.
Just saying. I'm just saying, right?
God. Yes. But anyways.
You made me defend books.
I made you defend reading.
Yeah, so take one for the team.
Whatever.
Right?
Someone did say that I look like Scarlett Johansson, which I will take that compliment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you take that and run, right? I got no compliment, so
I will take that.
So you did win that war.
There was nothing to win.
Right? I'm like, I didn't even get a she's so pretty.
No, nobody did that.
That's okay.
Maybe it's because you look the same, Lisa. So really, that is a compliment right there.
Because you already know that you're so pretty.
You're so pretty.
Right? Yeah, who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl. Right? I'm a pretty girl. I still do that. I still make sure I'm a pretty girl.
That's true.
Right before I leave the house, right? It's important. Check that box off. Who's a pretty girl? I am a pretty girl. Off I go to start my day.
Oh my God. Right? Okay, so how's your new job as parm fry taster going?
I love parm fries so much. Okay, but here's the thing, right? Dear parm fries. I don't have a lot to say on this topic, Smith. I'm going to keep it short. Dear parm fries. When you just sprinkle on the parm, you literally have just sprinkled on the parm. Nobody gives a shit about that fry. Nobody cares about that fry, right? You just
Nobody
sprinkled
cares
on the
about
parm. You just sprinkled on the parm. I can make that at home. I can sprinkle on the parm. Right? Remember HHG said that one time too. Remember? She said she doesn't, what is it? She doesn't like her French fries to have stuff falling off of it.
Right.
Right? So yeah, no, thumbs down on the I wasn't happy. Not happy.
No.
I want a good parm fry.
When it says truffle parm, you expect the truffle taste, which is a mushroom. And I love that people pointed that out to you.
But it's not. What it really is it's peppery. And that's all I taste is pepper.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they probably put pepper on the fries?
Maybe. I never said I was allergic to truffles. I said I was allergic to mushrooms. I don't prefer truffles.
But truffles are a mushroom.
I don't like mushrooms. Why are they called two separate things then? Right? Onions are just onions. Grapes are just grapes.
Because mushrooms are the cousin to a truffle. The truffle is the number one cousin. Like they're they're the big it factor.
Like in all families, right? I don't always like the cousins. Right?
Okay, I'm just saying.
Just like that. I'm just saying. Okay. Here's something that I wonder every morning in the shower. How long should a loofah last?
This is what occurs to you when you're in the shower?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
How long should you use the same loofah for?
How long have you been using your loofah for?
We change our loofah fairly frequently, but I don't know. Like, is there rules are there loofah rules?
There might be because because you leave your loofah in the tub area, right?
Right. Yes.
I mean, there's bacteria situation that can happen.
But then you're slapping some soap on it, cleaning it up a little bit every time it washes you.
I feel like you should it's a good 3 months, maybe.
Maybe 3 months. Do you think that the loofah is safer than said soap on a rope? Was back in the 70s?
Soap on a rope is nothing to do with a loofah.
No, but people still share. They shared soap on a rope. They share a loofah.
Soap.
Yeah, right? Which is, it's all kind of weird that we share all these things.
Well, now that you're talking about it.
Right? Like that loofah touched you, and then that loofah cleaned me. Right?
And that bar of soap touched you.
And then it touched me. Right? It's not like a family of 5 has 5 loofahs lined up and 5 soaps. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
It's so creepy. How did you make showering creepy? Oh my God.
Right? Because I was just staring at the loofah going, huh. It's fine until you think about it. When you don't think about it, you don't care. But when you think about it, you're just like, huh.
Okay, then how about going to the bathroom? Your bare butt is sitting on the same seat that a lot of other bare butts have sat on.
It's kind of really creepy too.
It's kind of creepy.
Right? Like it's really kind of gross and creepy. Right? That your ass touches where everybody else's ass touched.
Right.
You know? Like
and it's worse when you walk into the only stall that you can walk into and it has an aroma.
Right. Or a pubic hair.
And it's just like, oh my God. Okay. And you really got to go to the bathroom. You don't have a choice.
So you're sitting in the smell of somebody else's stink. You're right. You're taking on, bad enough, we talk about my boss and the salmon in a microwave. What about being the poor sucker that's taking on somebody else's stink in a public washroom? Right? Like that's gross. You come walking out and it's like, no, that my shit smells better than that. Actually, that's not my shit. That was some person before me shit. But I still had to go to the bathroom, right?
Oh my God,
it's gross. Man.
That's so gross
when you think about it, right?
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
No one will ever look at a soap or a loofah or a toilet,
right? Again, the same way
without going ew.
Okay. Here's something really cool. And again, it happened at work. So much cool things happening at my work this week. Happened at my work. Happened with my boss. Her husband apparently bought, it's called a Tangelo.
Okay.
Tangelello or Tangelo. And what it is, okay, so picture this, Samantha. It's like bigger than an orange. Not quite as big as a grapefruit, but substantial, definitely substantial. The same orange color as a Christmas orange.
Oh.
And easy to peel. Not as easy as a Christmas orange, but much easier than an orange.
Okay.
Where did God just invent this from?
Why, I think people married some stuff together and said, let's create a new fruit.
And it's a tangelo or something.
So is it like two fruits together?
Yeah, two fruits together. It must be like the tangerine and the orange.
Are you sure?
Right? Well, it looked like it. It looked like a really big Christmas orange, but it was called a tangelo or something.
Did she share said fruit?
No, you don't share fruit, right?
You
can't eat your boss's food.
Okay, let's sit on a toilet together.
I don't sit on the toilet with my boss.
No, one after the other, but God forbid someone should share their fruit.
No, I feel that it's not my place to eat her lunch, right? Although she was bringing a mighty fine looking lunch.
Uh-huh.
But it was not my place to eat it.
All right. Are you going to go searching for the tangelo?
I'm curious about them, right? But I bet you they're expensive. They scream expensive just based on what they look like.
Yes, I'm sure they
Right?
are.
Right?
I have no doubt.
That's what I'm worried about, right? Is that they're probably expensive.
Well, you know what is going to be expensive?
What?
The tickets to Chris Rock's new special.
Oh, hey. But I guess at some point we'll be able to watch it on the Netflix, I hope.
Oh, God, I hope so. Because
Yeah,
I
I
am
hope
not.
so.
No one can afford those tickets.
No, that's too expensive.
But apparently he might be addressing the Will Smith slap.
Okay, so here's my question then with that. Is that a brilliant move for his PR team? Or is that like that might be a stupid move?
I think people want to hear what he has to say because
I
he
think it's
has yet
brilliant.
to say something.
Yep. I think it's brilliant, and I think it automatically draws people to your concert.
Hell
Right?
yeah.
Because it automatically, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, I will tune in just to hear that.
So
Right? Just to hear what he has to say, his take on the Will Smith thing.
I think it will be interesting.
I think it'll be super
I would.
interesting.
I've always enjoyed Chris Rock though.
Yeah, I like him too. He's one of my favorites for sure.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think I liked him on Saturday Night Live, and I think he's really funny.
Oh, I wonder what he's gonna say.
I know, right? We're gonna have to wait and see.
Could be juicy.
It could be juicy. It could be really juicy. You know what else could get? You know what else gets juicy? Kitchen sponges. I think I have an issue with kitchen sponges.
You have an issue with like sponges in general.
I think I don't
Body
like
or kitchen.
I think I don't like sponges. Yeah. Right?
So, okay, what's your issue with a kitchen sponge?
I just think it's ugh.
Okay, so is it because it's touching like the plate and
Dirty
then
food.
the pot?
It touches dirty food, and then it never really ever. We never like you never really clean said sponge, right?
Well,
touches dirty food, and then it just gets set aside.
Well, don't you rinse it?
You rinse it, but there's still like I don't like it. I don't think I love it.
Then why are you using them?
Because you got to have a sponge.
No, you don't.
You don't have a kitchen sponge?
I do.
I have one too. Right?
Because I don't quite look at them the same way as you do.
Well, maybe you should start looking at them that way.
Because I rinse my sponge out.
My sister and her husband have this sponge, and it's on a stick, and on the handle, you unscrew the handle and you put soap in it.
Yes.
So, right? And then you wash everything with. It's the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a yucky sponge cleaning every single thing that's. I don't like sponges. I don't like kitchen sponges at all, Samantha.
You don't like when things touch other things, so that's interesting.
Right. I don't like kitchen sponges.
Oh my God.
No, like get rid of those. I'm kicking them to the curb. I'm kicking kitchen sponges to the curb.
Oh my God, seriously.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's totally what I'm doing.
I don't. Okay. All right.
I have no place for them in my life.
Uh-huh. Okay. Lisa, I am a bit curious though. Have you found the water in a can yet?
I have not found water in a can out here yet. So, friends of the podcast, when we were in Toronto, we had the best water ever. And I don't even like water. But you put water in a can, and I drank all the water.
No, you did not.
I drank a lot of the water.
You drank as much as you always drink, which is about a quarter of the can.
No, I feel I drank
You
more.
over-exaggerate.
But here's the thing. With that can of water, you are automatically classy.
Well, yeah.
It's better than a plastic container, right?
It is. Well, because you're being a little bit more environmentally friendly.
And it's colder, too.
It did seem colder.
It seemed colder because it was in aluminum or whatever cans are made of now.
Aluminum.
Right? And you feel like when you have that can of water, you feel like you're going to sit up a little bit straighter, cross your leg, have a Kelly rip a fake cigarette, and enjoy your can, right? There's just something really classy about it.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Have you really tried looking though?
No, I haven't gone far. No. I haven't seen it at the 7-Eleven or anything like that, or in the vending machines. I haven't noticed it. That's for sure. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. On the TikTok, there is this gentleman that keeps coming across.
And he's starting to fall into the rabbit hole, are you?
Right. And he's in Korea, but he shows you what he's eating. The convenience stores in Korea carry the best food.
Really?
It's like some weird stuff. It's like you can buy a can of something and you can get a glass of ice and then you pour it in. Yeah. And then they get these sandwiches, like it's like cream cheese and strawberry.
I'm sorry, can you back it up? They get these
at a convenience store.
What did you call them?
What?
They get these
sandwiches.
You called them sandwiches.
No, sandwiches.
I didn't hear the D. Sandwiches.
Okay. Sandwiches.
Thank you. Sounded like you said sandwiches.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, hi. How do you like that? Hey, look at Sam can't say sandwiches. Go ahead. Take the next 5 minutes to defend why you can.
Nope, I'm not going to.
Right, exactly. Right.
Anyways, you can get the craziest stuff from these convenience stores. It's like food palooza.
Nice.
Our 7-Elevens give like 3-day-old chicken and hot dogs and shit. But
have you seen there's a new commercial out there for hot dogs at the 7-Eleven?
Oh God, don't.
Oh, it looks so good with all the toppings. I'm like,
no,
yum.
No.
And I think there's a commercial with the pizza too in the 7-Eleven. And I'm like, that pizza looks so good.
I just feel like that's really wrong.
Mike's like, not likely are we having 7-Eleven pizza ever.
I agree with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, all right then. Samantha, question for you. As we've jumped around a little bit off and on through the evening, you and I, no kids, right? Did you ever want to be any type of mom, like to anything?
Well, I was a cat mom for about 13 years.
And not necessarily always the best.
I was a good mom.
You had a bad cat.
No, I had a good cat.
Your cat had attitude problems.
And that's what I loved about him.
Right? But you raised him to be like that.
I raised him to be a very good cat.
To be a bad boy. He was bad.
He was a good cat.
He wasn't that good. Like, I don't really want to be, like I didn't want to be a mom to anything. Right? Like anything, right?
That sounds so bad when you say it.
I don't want, because I like, don't get me wrong, right? I care for people. I care for others, but I don't want to have to mother you. That's where I draw the line, right? I don't want to have to care 24/7 about you. Right. I need there to be a little downtime where I don't need to care about you, which I feel took me out of the mother pool.
Well, it took you. Well, then that takes you out of the pet pool as well, right?
Yeah, like I feel I'm a good mom to Maggie. Like, I think we treat Maggie really, really well.
Maggie is fake.
We're doing a good job with her. Don't get me wrong. We have not figured out where Maggie's going to go when we go.
Oh my God.
Because chances are Maggie's going to outlive us, right?
Yes.
right? Like chances are Maggie will live like a parrot, live longer than her owners. So we have to, it's a tough decision to figure out where we think Maggie, who we think Maggie can go to, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a big decision for the Gibsons to have to figure.
It is. It really, really is.
Who we're going to leave fake cat Maggie to.
Fake cat Maggie.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. But you know what? Have you ever wanted to be like a fish mom? Maybe you could be a fish mom.
Yeah, I was a fish mom, killed fish.
Did you kill?
Yeah, because they fell out of the tank. The tank broke. It was like a long story. It was bad. I don't want to relive it. It was really bad. It was really bad. Right? Because I wasn't supposed to wash the tank on the side of the bathtub. And I did. My mom was like, I'm just going for a quick nap. And I'm like, I'm just going to wash the fish tank. And she's like, don't do it in the bathtub. Do it in the back room. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. But she went to sleep. Right? So I'm like, screw that. I'll do it in the bathtub. And then it fell and it smashed. And that was back when you had carpet on your bathroom floors.
Yes.
So dirty fish water on Wendy McIntyre's carpeted floor. Picture that scenario. And I was sitting cross-legged, so it fell onto me. So I had like all these like little bits of glass. And then
oh my God.
two dead goldfish. They were impaled. It was really, really graphic, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Oh my God.
It was nothing about that experience was very pleasant. No. Right?
That's horrible.
Right? And that is why accidents happen. That is why we don't clean the fish tank in the bathtub. Right? That is why we don't, right? Because accidents happen. Right? Although, is it really an accident when you were told not to do it and you did it anyways? That seems like it was on purpose.
Oh, is that what your mom said?
That was something done on purpose, right? Because an accident means, to my mom, you really didn't see that coming, right? You had no clue of the outcome, that it could potentially be harmful. And on purpose means you took a shortcut and did what you were told not to do.
Right.
Because you thought you knew better than mom.
Right.
Right?
Oh my God.
All of that, right?
Wendy, so, she was fun, hey?
Very logical very logical very logical that way.
Yes, she was.
Right? Bless her heart.
Well, what about a plant? You could probably keep a plant alive.
I don't want a plant. Unless it's our friendship cactus that you aren't willing to invest $5 in.
I'm not willing to invest in a plant. I can't be a plant mom. I've tried twice and things die and I just feel horrible.
Yeah, so I don't think you're meant to be a mom either.
No, I don't think so.
Right? Like we're just not meant to care for something all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
I think like we've gotten to a point in our life where like, yeah, I'm not really wanting to care for you 24/7.
Not 24/7, right? Like just not even not even probably 8 hours. I don't want to care for you for even 8 hours, right?
So, like you definitely don't need a pet, a dog or a cat or a parakeet or
nothing.
Anything, really?
Nothing.
Like not even a goldfish.
Right? I'm good. I am good. I'm just going to care for me. Right? I'm going to just care for me and hope I can muddle through.
There's a reason why we didn't become any type of mom.
Totally, right? Zero mothering instinct. You probably have a little more mothering instinct than I do. You'll actually pick up the baby. I will not.
Yeah, sort of.
Right? When you're at a shower, you will play past the baby. Yeah. I will not play past the baby, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
I have nieces and nephews too. Still
I
not
know,
touching
but
the baby.
I enjoy my niece and my nephews. I do. I think they're lovely
as
people.
Do I. As do I.
They're lovely. As
do I. But
but I never really wanted kids.
Right? Never, ever.
And I know that that's hard for people to hear because a lot of people are like, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have kids. And I'm like, congratulations, you were meant to be a mom.
Let me start your list.
Yeah.
Right?
Like for those who have chosen to be a mother.
Yeah. Right? You're better folk than us.
You're brave.
Brave.
I think you're very brave.
You're doing something you could not. No way. Nope. I'm good, thanks.
We salute you.
Yeah, totally. We do salute all moms and dads too, right?
And dads, yep.
Want no part of that.
Okay, Lisa, what's making you shake your head this week?
Samantha, I'm shaking my head at the strength of different types of coffee and why people need that in their life. Like, why can't you just have coffee? Just have coffee.
No, because some people don't like it too strong. Some people like it really, really strong.
I'm shaking my head at that because I think we should just have a middle of the road coffee. Right? Just
well, thank God you're not in charge.
I know, right? But I'm just saying, right? Because like, just have like the tall blonde. You don't need the tall, dark, and handsome. Like,
oh my
right?
God.
You don't need the crazy horse or the painted elephant or whatever all their different names are.
I think it's good that there's diversity in coffee. I think it's great.
Well, that's good. I don't think it's great.
Well, it's because you're boring.
I'm not boring.
Yes, you are.
I just think that I don't enjoy coffee that way. I just want to have a coffee.
You honestly don't enjoy coffee. You don't.
I
think you see it as a necessary evil. I think that you're not like, okay, speaking from someone who does really enjoy coffee.
Right.
I get up in the morning and I look forward to my coffee.
Yeah, I mean, I can live without a coffee.
I look forward to my second cup of coffee, and then I'm like, oh, I can get a third out of this pot. I'm gonna have a third cup of coffee.
No.
Like, I enjoy getting up in the morning. I love the smell of the brewing.
The whole bit.
It's the whole kit and caboodle, Lisa.
No. Remember when we were in Toronto, and I had that coffee and I'm like, I don't like I could taste the cup. Remember, I'm like, I can taste the cup and it doesn't taste good.
Yes.
Right?
You're weird.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing. I mean, I like to have a cup of coffee, but just because I'm an adult and I'm supposed to. What about you? What are you shaking?
That's not a good enough reason. Thank God you're not in charge of coffee anywhere.
I know, right?
For anyone.
I'm not like the mayor of Coffeeville or something.
Right? Because you would make us drink one kind of coffee. You would you wouldn't even let me have like my hazelnut vanilla.
Why do you need that? Just have cream.
Because
you'll be fine.
It's so delicious.
No, you'll be okay. Just have this one.
All right.
All right. What are you shaking your head at this week?
Why is it that something that is supposed to be good for you always smells really bad when you cook it?
Like, I need an example.
I decided to have a vegetable for my dinner, and it was a roasted cauliflower and broccoli. It was really good.
Yeah.
But now the smell of the broccoli and the cauliflower are lingering in my place. And I'm like, so when do you think that smell's going to go away?
Did you do it in your air fryer?
No, I didn't. I did it in the oven.
Oh, huh. It's going to be there for a bit because I think cauliflower holds its smell.
It does.
Right? It holds its smell.
I'm like, why? Why? And then it's funny because you're talking about salmon and I'm like, it's the same thing about a vegetable.
Right. It's true.
Yep. Your boss got told she can't do Brussels sprouts.
Can't do Brussels sprouts.
It lingers.
Lingers. The ladies of the office, and they have no part of that. There'll be no Brussels sprouts going in that microwave. No matter who you think you are. Right?
Like, I just shake my head at the fact that we are told to eat our vegetables, but when you cook the vegetables, they smell and the smell stays forever.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all, right?
And then it's like it's like asparagus does the same thing.
Oh yeah. And asparagus changes your pee.
It does change your pee.
What the hell's that about? Like, why does a vegetable have to change my pee? Seems weird, man.
Oh, I don't know. It's very odd.
Seems odd. But I shake my head at that too.
Uh-huh. We want your feedback on what we talk about, guys. So send your comments to ismhead@gmail.com. You might just find it being mentioned during an episode. And guys, you can connect with us. You know where. It's Facebook. It's I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam. Same with Instagram. It's I Shake My Head. Twitter and TikTok are I_Shake My Head. Come check us out. We're doing more TikToks, you guys. So please join as a follower and catch what we're doing because
we're totally TikToking.
We're totally TikToking. And we do have Patreon, which is www.patreon.com/IShakeMyHead. For as little as $2 a month, you get the episode early and an extra episode every month. And I would like to say thank you to Christine Morgan, who is now a new Patreon member for us.
Yes, thank you so much.
And just a reminder, guys, you can get some I Shake My Head swag at Threadless, which is ishakemyhead.threadless.com. Our faces on a mug. Who don't need that in their life?
On a shower curtain.
Oh, and I just got a whiff of the broccoli.
Oh, yuck. That's nasty. Probably smells a little bit like Toots.
It does.
Right?
It does.
Yeah. That's not good. That's not cool, Samantha.
We just want to say thank you to John Domingo. He's the best kept secret in podcasting.
Samantha, we're like done another episode.
We have.
It's like just like that. Poof, another one done.
Just like that.
Right? All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
You're good? I'm better.
Good.
I'm better. All right, Samantha. Always a pleasure.
That should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.